Chelsea news in 5 minutes. Does that appeal to you? All the latest updates and transfer news. Welcome to Chels Daft. Let's get cracking. So, to the important update yesterday, the Premier League clubs that met to discuss a possible restart of the season, and at the moment, June the 8th is spoken of as being the date that the Premier League comes back. But they're looking to complete the season in a 5-week period, which will put immense pressure on the players. 3 games a week, they've got to train, they've got to get themselves fit as well. They're talking about early May for the players possibly to return, based on guidelines from the government. Now, there's also talk about the players turning up to training already in their kits, so they avoid as much contact with other players as possible, and training sessions to be conducted in groups of 5 groups of 5 players before this season starts on the 8th of June. Of course, we wait for the government to give us more guidelines and an update, but we're currently faced with another 3-week lockdown, but that's the idea at the moment. June the 8th is when it will restart a 5-week period. Let's see what happens. I'll tell you this, Roman Abramovich and Chelsea have been outstanding in the coronavirus situation. They already offered up one of the hotels on the Chelsea complex for free for frontline NHS staff that are working in London, and they're now offering up the other one. Another 160 beds for frontline NHS workers, free food, free accommodation. Outstanding. So to the players, and as you can see, Chelsea players could take a 10% wage cut as talks with the clubs go on over the situation with the coronavirus. Now, the Premier League had suggested players take a 30% pay cut. Chelsea players and plenty of players up and down the country in the Premier League are not keen on that, but there's in talks with the club to help the club save money while the season's suspended. They're talking of figures between 8 and 10 million, which is a massive amount of money. I think the players could do a little bit more. They'd set up their initiative, which I know they've done, but 10% of all the money they earn, where we jump through hoops to earn what they earn in a week. I think 10% is a start. I think all footballers are paid too much money, and I think they should at least make a contribution, 5% of their wages. Every single Premier League player's wages goes in a kitty and goes out to charities every single month. That's what I think they should do, not just because of Corona, but I think in general. But 10% is a start. So to the forgotten man, Tiemoue Bakayoko, remember him? He went out on loan to AC Milan, now he's at Monaco. It looks as though AC Milan do want to sign him. They want to sign him on a permanent deal, but there's competition rumoured from PSG. AC Milan, PSG want the big midfielder. It's a shame he couldn't cut it in the Premier League. So to the Sun and the 2 PM Blues news update, and there's one story I want to focus on. Here, Dries Lightning, Chelsea have made a mega offer to Napoli's Dries Mertens, according to reports. We all know he's a free agent in the summer. We knew that Chelsea were interested in January, but he turned the move down. But according to the front page of one of the national newspapers in Italy, Corriere dello Sport, the all-time top scorer for Napoli is a key transfer target for Inter Milan, but also Chelsea. And there's reports that Chelsea's mega money offer for Mertens could blow Antonio Conte and Inter Milan out of the water. Here's a story that caught my eye this morning, and I want your feedback on this. Chelsea must copy Man United and keep old stars Willian, Giroud and Pedro to help make best Blues team ever, says Joe Cole. It says here that he's pleaded with Chelsea to copy United and keep 3 of their biggest names from leaving, and I wonder what you think about that. There's an image here of the Chelsea players' contract expiry dates. As you can see, those 3 are joined by Willy Caballero, whose contract also expires. So Joe Cole was asked about the situation with Chelsea this season and the youngsters coming in and the impact that they've made, especially in the Premier League in November, where Chelsea fielded their youngest ever starting 11 at the average age of 24 years and 88 days. But he still believes we should keep the 3 players, and he said this: "We've credited the young players at Chelsea because they've come through, burst onto the scene and been amazing. But Giroud, Willian and Pedro are 3 top-class players who have been really massive for the club, particularly Willian, who's a club legend. The players and fans love him. I hope they can hang on to that experience. If they want to be part of this new, exciting team that they're building, they can use that experience in the same way that Man United hung on to Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Gary and Phil Neville. If they can accept that role where they're coming in, they might not play as much as they used to, but they're helping blood an era which could be as good as any era in the club's history. Then there's a role to play for all of them. I think they're all world-class players, and it'd be tough for any club to replace those 3. What do you think on these 3? Would you keep any of them? Would you keep all of them? Let me know in the comment section below. That's it from me today, Saturday the 18th of April. This is my website, chelseadaft.org. Make sure you check it out and bookmark it. It's got all the latest video content on there and the written word. And follow me social media on Facebook and Twitter, Chels Daft. Let me know what you think about anything discussed in the video, any articles that have caught your eye, anything you just want to get a message across with. And then smash that like button for me and subscribe to the channel, but make sure you hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for your support and thank you for watching. There'll be a bonus video coming out tonight at 6 PM tonight, so make sure you look out for that. And I'll see you all next time.